and we're going to start with Supervisor Marr. A recent civil grand jury report called San Francisco Ethics Commission essentially a sleeping watchdog. The city, at the request of Supervisor David Campos, then conducted a comparison analysis of ethics laws in both San Francisco and Los Angeles, identifying ways that ethics laws can be strengthened. As supervisor, what would you propose, if anything, to strengthen the city's ethics laws?
I think it's really clear that special interest groups can pour money in like crazy to campaigns like my opponents. I think it's been up to 580,000, maybe 600,000, about 2/3 of that being special interest money. I think we need much stronger policies within the Ethics Commission to make sure that we raise awareness about this, but also that we make sure that district elections like ours right now are not bought by those special interests. A lot of them are the biggest developers and property owners in the city. Much of it is coming from corporations like PG&E and others as well. I just wanted to show one important chart that I have very conveniently tucked away right here. And I'll just say that this is a race for a district supervisor. My opponent, ironically, has said that I'm the one that's supported by super PACs, but if you look at this for District 1, he has about $300,000 that have gone into his coffers from the biggest business interests, special interests. I have a tiny amount of money from teachers and nurses that have come in to defend against the lies and the half-truths that are spread by my opponent's backers that come from the special interests outside of our district. Just check out the ethics.
Ethics situation, I think they certainly need to be tightened. As you can see by Supervisor Marr's indication, there's every 4 years we have a district election.
Put it down, please.
And tons of money are dumped into our neighborhood from different organizations on both sides of the aisles. But ultimately, that money doesn't help any of us here in the neighborhood. I think we really need to look at, as a community, whether we really want to choose supervisors, choose a supervisor that's going to be chosen by who has the best media campaign, who's got supporters on one side or the other that's going to be willing to dump thousands of dollars into a race to see one side or the other get the supervisor seat. What we need is somebody who cares about us in the neighborhood and what we need in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Mr. Lee?
Now, you know, Supervisor, you've talked about big spending. I just want to ask you, what did it cost this district to get Rose Pack's support? What did you sell? Rose Pack's support. I've heard, you know, there are independent expenditures working on both sides of the aisle. I've disavowed myself of the independent expenditure. I'm very proud of the 135 donations that have come from right here in this district. Many of you in this room have contributed. First-time donors, checks of less than $100, $25. People who've never given to a campaign because they want change in this neighborhood. This is a red herring. It's all about the district. We should be talking about what kind of leader we need to move this district forward. That's what's at issue here. And the loophole, come on, talk about the Democratic Central Committee where you took 10 times the allowable limit for a donation, $5,000 from a single donor just in June of this year. So you talk to me about special interests.
Again, we have one last question, and then you can after their closing statement. Okay? So supervisors, I'm going to start with Mr. Silva. Supervisor Warren.